Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Duke CT, back with you once again. How you doing this Thursday evening? And tonight, there's a lot of news, big, huge news. Everybody, hope you have, and I hope you are sitting here because they have stuff from the Lucha Brothers. They are going and coming and going. We don't know. I was gonna upload by podcasting last night and everything else a couple days ago, but then this thing happens. Oh no, Lucha Brothers saying that Penta El Zero says AEW is present. The tweet that came out April 13th, no, August 13th, right here says, "No more gossip. My president AEW." This came after multiple reports of Lucha Brothers were not likely to resign with AEW. The two has been going to WWE, and then Sean Sapp, Fightful, which via Fightful's saying that the Lucha Brothers potential moves have been very tremendous so far. His previous sort of Penta has told close to him that he wants to talk with WWE. He has said he did not want to go to NXT. He said he has indicated that he and Ray Phoenix were a package deal. Per Sapp, WWE services said the package deal would not be an issue as the company has been interested in Phoenix anyway. Furthermore, Sapp cited sources close to Penta said that he claimed he would be in Orlando last week. However, he did not specifically say that he would be visiting the WWE Performance Center. So, yeah, and then of course AEW suspected this thing like this happened. Sapp wrote the AEW offered the Lucha Bros a new deal. That's what they're saying as what Penta claimed WWE is often. And also, inside the deal has not been concerned. He cites sources who know that Penta claimed that a AEW deal is already expired. However, he's still on the AEW roster page. Some sources say that he could potentially add injury time. That the company could be at injury time to Lucha Brothers deal. I mean, they could do the same to Phoenix too, because that boy has been injured a lot. So they could be like Penta and all that stuff. So yeah, this is a whole mess. This is an entire mess, ladies and gentlemen. Huge mess. And I am oh, this is gonna be good. I think this is not going to be I think this is going to be a really a long I think it's going to be a you know just I think this is going to be a story that is where they're going to go, what they're going to do. My personal thing is that they go. I think Penta and Phoenix are going to probably go to WWE. I think they are. Maybe not now. I think in a couple months' time. I think maybe in 2, 3 months from now, maybe December, late December, probably to get that stuff in. I think they're gonna, and honestly, earlier they can't do it early because they can probably ask some injury time if the company is really petty. But I think Tony could do that. I think the right time for Lucha Brothers to do it is going to be at the Royal Rumble. You know, you know. I think that's what is. You know, I think that's what's going to happen. The Royal Rumble. I see that as happening. I believe that's will happen, and when it does, it will be. I hopefully they get a good. They treat them well over at WWE, or by some miracle, that AEW with this brand new deal, which is going to happen, they're going to get like, oh well, they'll probably get. They're going to get their money and not only do CML stuff, but Penta. They might. I wouldn't be surprised that Penta wants to do the G1. So maybe Tony can offer not just that, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to offer the G1 and doing more CML dates and do the G1 and have that. So I would not be surprised. I think that will probably, if they do stay in AEW, I think that's what's going to be the main thing. Because I don't think WWE is going to be that good enough to actually, do the G1 or whatever. I don't think that's going to happen. I believe that would be a good thing. Just have them stay in that could be something they can dangle with because they have a really good relationship with New Japan. I mean, Takeshita had a hell of a showing at G1. I hope there'll be more because heck, I think some Twitter people saying he should stay in New Japan. I would like, personally, I think he should stay in New Japan for like a good year because they do need talent. New Japan needs some young talent and they need some good talent. And Takeshita is that person. They could use some good young talent right now. They need it. So I think that's gonna be good. Personally, I think that could be really good. I think Takeshita is gonna be a good. I think it could be a really good place for him, and maybe have that sort of stuff there. The cultural exchange and stuff, but build up New Japan, and AEW gets a way to push off the talent that they don't know really what to do with. I hope they do the same with CML, and they're doing it with NJ. So I think that's probably what's best for AEW. Will probably what's as one man would say, would be best for business. So yeah, if Tony wants to dangle that little stuff there, and I think that will probably be a good enough carrot for the Lucha Brothers to stay in AEW. If not, they're going to be going to WWE, and they will probably premiere at the Royal Rumble. And hopefully, their theme is not going to be ass. I know people are like, oh, the Roman Reigns theme, which was nice by Def Rebel, but one great thing does not wipe away like tons of mediocrity and crap. You know, you know, and I'm not talking about the Alien movie, which the Alien movie franchise, which we'll get to later, because I did see a free screening of that last night that I couldn't watch Dynamite, which I heard was really good. So I'm gonna probably watch that. Ring of Honor, probably do that tomorrow. Just sit back, chill, watch that. That's what I'm gonna do for tomorrow. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Then yeah, I think that's going to be one thing about AEW and so. But the AEW news is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, there's more AEW news to come as well. I'm going to talk about. Let's see, right now. All right. Let's see. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Let me just see if I get it right here. AEW is going to be all in Texas next year. All in is going to be at Global Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Woo boy! Oh yeah, um, that is going to be a fun, exciting little show. I can't wait to go here because it looks like it's going to be uh, just a real. I think it's going to be something a lot of people can't wait to see. I know that shout out to Chris Moore. He's already talking to Twitter like, no. I gotta see if I can drag him to the show. I'm gonna drag him to the show. You know. mm. Gosh. Um, just Roddy Seymour, he's a good dude and everything else, but he's like already like he doesn't want this. He's already like no. He's like he's not going to the AEW event. I gotta drag him because I think it's gonna be good, really good show. I expect there's gonna be a lot of CMLL wrestlers there. I expect there's gonna be just a ton of stuff there. CML guys there. It's gonna be like Forbidden Door 2, the Mexico edition. I think it is. I think that's going to be that type of thing too. So hopefully they're going to have a lot. Um, yeah, it's just that I just think that's going to be a show that I think people are going to be like, wow, another big stadium show. And man, I think AEW will continue to be successful, all this stuff here. But me personally, also, why can't they do a show in DC? I'm not talking about a Dynamite. I'm not talking about Rampage. And I'm definitely sure not talking about Ring of Honor. AEW Ring of Honor. I want a big pay per view. I want a big show. I'm not talking about Paul Wright. All right. No, I want a big show. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's WWE. I don't care if it's AEW. I don't care if it's New Japan. I don't even care if it's like the NWA or OVW, even though they probably can't sell a seat. But still, I want a big wrestling show in DC. Is it that too hard in the DMV area? You know? What's wrong with that? What is wrong, you know, with having a big show in DC? I would love to have that. I would love to have it all in DC. I would love to have it all, or a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania in Washington D.C. I would love that. I don't mind traveling to Texas. I don't mind traveling to, um, you know, it doesn't. I don't mind traveling to these places. It's a good thing to go out and see people and go to new places, and it's fun. It's great. It's good actually, and I hope they can do more of that. But I can do more, and not just in wrestling stuff. Just you know, getting out to see the world, which would be so nice. But yeah, I do want to, you know, do want to see, I don't know what matches. It's way too far out a year. I do want to see maybe Hurricane, uh, um, the man who out wrestled Brian Danielson. I can't pronounce his name. Hurricane. I can't pronounce his name. I really do like his wrestling, the techno wrestling. I want to see him versus, let's see, Orange Cassidy. I think that would be fun. Just those two going at it. I would love to see. I would love to see. Let's see. If I do the whole weird booking and such, Atlantis Junior maybe take on. Let's see, who's it? Kyle O'Reilly or something like that. I'm just spitballing. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I think I want to hear you guys, ladies, and everything else. I want to hear what you all have to say. because again, this is one of the big stuff here. I think a lot of people want to see these type of huge shows, and I think that these shows could be something really very fun and exciting. My hope, ladies and gentlemen, is that you see like more crossovers, more build up, more type of stuff here. But that's just my personal opinion. Could be wrong, but I think that would be great overall. Anyway, we're gonna take a small break here. Because again, hey, All In Texas looks like going to be a great show. I can't wait to see it. I honestly wish there's going to be more stuff, more stuff here. I can't wait to see that. I am really going to be excited to see what type of stuff AEW has planned. And until then, let's wait and see. Anyway, I'm gonna take a small little break here, and when we come back, I'm gonna be talk about Alien, Romulus, and reviews, the good, bad, and everything else. All right. I'll be right back right after this here live on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. And man, the podcast, my gosh, y'all showing love to the podcast stuff so much. So thank you for that. Thank you. All the love for y'all. Thank you. We'll be right back right after this here live on the Dukect Lounge. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all the ages. It's me, Duke CT, and here is my review of Alien Romulus. And I saw a free screening yesterday, and man, wow, it gets to the horror stuff really quickly. And I have to say one thing: I love the fact that they actually had the horror stuff go quickly. You know what I'm saying? I love it because the reason why I do love um I loved it because it does not show the characters. The one, the shows that there were reasons why the characters are acting the way they are. You know, and the characters one of the most. They made the alien more frightening and scary, but I felt like, um, you know, the thing is I do like about this is that they got the Castoria right. But also, I think a lot of other reviewers, I think Jeremy Johns talks about this, and I agree. There are tons of like alien face huggers and such. Like there are like a ton of them. It's just like that's the problem with most modern horror. Is like they have the idea of stripping everything down, which I think is a good idea to like not make it as big and grandiose and then make it as small as possible. But they just like, oh, here's a 10 billion versions of it. Like it's trying to have it both ways. And I think Freddie Alvarez, the same person who did I think the person who did his feature films, he did Evil Dead, Don't Breathe, The Girl in the Spider Web. He was the writer for Don't Breathe 2. He was producer also of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He did From Dusk to Dawn the series, the episode Le Conquista, La, La Conquista, and Calls. Let's see, was that? It was a mystery the thriller analog series. It was on Apple TV. So he was a director, writer, and he had a voice role as Jesus in for one episode. That's weird. So he also did a lot of this. So I think he was going to do a live action video game version of Dante's Inferno. That didn't show up. That didn't happen. Uh, he was going to be the one to do the Batman movie, which did not happen, but eventually became you know, the new version of Batman. But yeah, he's very good at what he does. He's a very good director, and he has this like claustrophobic feel to these films, which is good. But I honestly think that they really did. I have to say that I think that they really wanted to make this. It felt like they had to do like, well, we have to do this big action sequence. But to me, the real scariest parts was when they were alone and they had the alien and the stuff that came later. Which, by the way, there's like some really good stuff here. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm not going to spoil it because it's a really good movie and you should go see it yourself. Go see it. It's really good. Um, but yeah, I think the one thing I don't like about it is that they kind of it feels like the one thing is like they try to have a cake and eat it too. I think if you go to the claustrophobic stuff, and I think that was they're trying to be like both alien and aliens and try to do a little mixture of both, but it just doesn't really work. I don't think I think it's when you do it's either one or the other. Are you go the commander route, or you go with the you know that silent horror route, that sort of thing. You can't do both. And the one thing I do like about it is that the characters are not, you know, league scientists or whatever doing stupid stuff, which I am so sick of with these this movies and movie series, which thank goodness. I do like um, you know, I do like the fact they're not as um they're not doing the same type of scientists or this stuff, the other these huge smart people and then doing stupid stuff like Alien and Alien, like Prometheus and Alien Covenant, who like, hey God, I'm just gonna open my helmet and in this weird alien world, even though it has breathable atmosphere. What's the worst could happen? Oh wait, all this other stuff happens. Same thing in Covenant. Oh look, if they just, it's so stupid. There's so much stupid in those films, and you're rooting for the characters to die. Here, there's a little bit of like likability from most of these characters, but it does suck for when they do. I really felt bad for the characters who some of the characters who felt that, which should be the main thing about a horror film. Like, I feel bad for the victims of the horror film. I don't want to root for the monster, which is sadly the state of these movies now. The state of horror films for the longest time is that making the monster so cool. We have to make the victims. You have to make the victims unlikable. You have to make them so unlikable to the point that if they survive, they're like, oh, boo, or you try to have a twist. No, I want likable people at the beginning of the movie, the middle of the movie, and the end of the film. That is the best thing you should do with these characters. So yeah, the cast did a really good job. Um, I think David Johnson did a pretty good job here too. And played the role as Andy. Yeah, he played. I think he's a British actor and writer. Let's see, film. This is he did Alien Romulus, and then another thing was Bonhoeffer, which is a a historical thing here. Of a person of like saying up to it, a German theologian who stood up against the Nazis and was executed. So yeah, you're going to have, I think, that looks to be very that's gonna be a fun movie to get into. That's gonna be great. Oh gosh. But yeah, he's been on other stuff too. He's also filming was it The Long Walk. It was basically a Stephen King movie, so he's working at that. He's also had been in Murder is Easy, the TV show. Let's see, Endeavor, Deep State, Industry, another like British American show. Yeah, and he's also in theater as well. So yeah, he's David Johnson looks he was doing good. Kylie Spacey, she was in Pacific Rim Uprising, Bad Time. Look at the other people here. Yeah, Pacific Rim Uprising, Bad Times at the El Royale, Vice, The Craft Legacy, How It Ends. She was also in Civil War, and Wake Up Deadman. So she has you know, regardless of what you think about these movies, I think Civil War was fine. It was okay. But Alien Romulus, I think, clears it because I think it's a much better film. It does what it strives for, and I think that yeah, I think those two movies are gonna help her, really do well as a up and coming actress as well. Like she's only 26, so she is really gonna be up and coming as well. So yeah, um, I think this is going to be a really breakout. So yeah, two real big breakout roles. So and I think Archie Renox, he does he's the boyfriend of the ex-boyfriend of the movie. Oh my gosh, he was in Morbius. Oh no, Morbius. Oh yeah, but I think he rebounded. He was in let's see, then he was in an upgraded, another comedy film, The Greatest Beer One Ever, yada yada yada. Shadow and Bone, that TV series in Netflix. I think that got canceled eventually. But yeah, I think he did a really good job here. There's a lot of people who do a good job here, and I just think that if you look at the other characters here, they did a really good job. So yeah, and I think there is I think there are going to be a lot of good people, good like I don't know who these people are. A lot of good actors. A lot of good actors might get something built up out of it. So, you know, take a look at these young actors. I think they're going to be something big in the future as well. So I think it could be something that a lot of people are going to be like, wow, this is going to be really good. So yeah, I think this was a really good movie. Uh, horror, good scares. And like I said, when it's the claustrophobic stuff, when that works, when the claustrophobic stuff works, it works. I that's what I believe that these characters know what they're doing, and I love them do it. I love these characters doing this stuff. But that's just my personal opinion. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this movie. I really did enjoy it. I think this was probably one of the best, probably one of the best movies in Alien franchise. Like I said, it goes back and it tries to ties into Prometheus, which I honestly think at this point they should just dump the entire Prometheus stuff out there. I don't think that Prometheus is an anchor. It is an anchor to this franchise. So if I had my way, I would just say the Romulus is just a brand new thing, and there are some stuff reminds me of the later movies, and I'm like, and honestly, at the end of the day, because I don't want to be reminded for like one of the movies. I think the later stuff, which is done amazingly better and well, you'll see it, when I'm seeing it. But it does remind me they little stuff from like each franchise, especially Alien Resurrection and such. Uh, you know, but it goes back. I'm like, and a reminder of Alien Resurrection, and then it comes right back to here saying, "Oh yeah, Wayland Utani gets bought off by Walmart." I know it was an extra in a deleted scene in the special edition, but that is the canon ending for this huge, uh, basically like money grubbing, horrible company. Oh, like every time I look at Wayne and Tommy, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I can't take them seriously. That's why I can't take them seriously. They get bought out by Walmart. Yeah, yeah, they get bought out by Walmart. It is, yeah, yeah. I just can't really take them seriously. Anyway, that is it. By the way, go enjoy the movie. Go see it. It looks like it's gonna be have a really good opening as well. So I suggest y'all go see it. This is gonna be a really good film. So overall, go and watch it. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought about the review and everything else, where I can improve or not improve. Because in the next couple of weeks, there will be some new changes to the Dukect Lounge. Something I want to shake things up, and I think that's going to be really good with the podcast and stuff for the live stream too. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, it's Dukect here. Peace, love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.